families online. Hope you have had a great week. We are starting a new series today looking at spiritual disciplines, and we've got Karen to share about that in a little bit. But first of all, we would love to hear what you are thankful for. So have a think, pop it in the chat. We've got 1 minute to do it. Go! Okay, great. Thank you so much for sharing that, guys. It's great to see what you've been doing this week and what you're thankful for. So now it's time for our challenge. Are you ready for a challenge, Jess?
I'm ready for a challenge.
Brilliant. So for our challenge today, we're going to need either some crackers or some biscuits. Hopefully you might have one with you now, but if not, this is something to try a bit later on. So grab a cracker.
Thank you.
So the challenge today is to be able to turn the cracker over in your mouth without touching it or breaking it.
That seems difficult.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh no, I've lost it behind me.
I did not manage that at all.
That's impressive. Okay, well have a go at this at home if you can. If you found it really easy, you might want to try and see how many you can do in a minute, and you can let us know next week. Other than that, it's over to Karen to hear about our story today.
Oh, well done, Jess and Lucy. Lucy did great, Jess not so. She needs a bit of practice, doesn't she? Anyway, as Jess said, we are starting a new series on spiritual disciplines. And today is all about the church. God says the church is like a body. It's not the building we usually go to on a Sunday, but the group of people who we meet there. Every single one of us is different, but all of us is equally important. And together we make up the whole church, who can provide love and support to others and spread the word of God. Now, in Paul's letter to the Corinthians, God spoke through Paul about how his people should live together in unity. Paul said that the church was like a human body, which is made up of many parts: hands, arms, legs, eyes. Paul wrote, a person has only one body, but has many parts, but all those parts are still one body. So I've got my kids' game, Operation. I have taken all the bits out. Any of you got this game? It's a great game. Okay, so here we have a whole body. Now Paul carries on and he says, the foot might say, well, I'm not a hand, so I don't belong to the body. But saying this would not stop the foot from being part of the body. The ear might say, well, I'm not an eye, so I don't belong to the body. But saying this would not make the ear stop being part of the body. Your ear isn't going to suddenly jump off, is it? So as Paul says, if the whole body were an eye, we wouldn't be able to hear. And if the whole body was an ear, we wouldn't be able to smell. although that might be an advantage sometimes. If each part of the body were the same part, then there wouldn't be any body. It's a bit confusing, isn't it? But as it is, God put the parts in the body as he wanted them. He made a place for each one of us, and the body needs all its parts. So, in my operation game, he needs a leg bone, and he needs a knee bone, and a foot bone, and a brain, and all these other parts, and with them all, he is complete. All Christians are saved by Jesus' death on the cross, and we are all called to spread the good news about Jesus and use our gifts to help others. But God gives us different gifts. And he wants one person's strengths to serve another person's weaknesses. So, for example, you might be really good at maths, but not so good at spelling. So you could help your friends who struggle with maths, and then the friends of yours that are good at spelling can help you with the spelling. And Paul says, instead of showing off about what we're good at and fighting with each other about who's better, we should use our gifts to help, or as the Bible uses the word, serve one another. Everyone's special gift are meant to work together to build the church and spread the good news about Jesus. In fact, Jesus said that the way people will know we are his disciples is by our love for one another. So to finish, the church is not a building. It's more like a body with lots of different parts, lots of people together, all with different gifts or things they're good at, and we are to use those gifts to help others and point to Jesus. Put that aside for now. And now we're going to spend a bit of time in chat and catch. So I'd like you to get comfy. And in a minute, we're going to close our eyes and open our hands. And we do that so that we can concentrate and that we can show God that we really want to hear from him or catch from him. And just to remember that we catch with our whole bodies, so we can get a sensation, or we can get a word pop in our head, or a picture, or a feeling. God talks to us in many, many different ways, and it takes a bit of practice to hear him. So if you don't feel you can hear him yet, keep going, keep practicing. Okay, so you comfy? We're going to close our eyes, open our hands. Okay. Right, I would like you to thank God for making you special and one of a kind. Now I'd like you to thank God for giving you special gifts that you can use to help others. Now I'd like you to ask God, what are those gifts that he says he's given you? Now, I'd like you to ask God to show you when you could use them. And I'd like you to ask God for an opportunity and for courage to use them. Lastly, I want you to tell God one thing you're really looking forward to this week. Amen. So we've come to the end of Families Online. Click on the link below for the resources and come and join us at SDBS Online for the 10:30 online gathering. I think it'll be up there. I'm going to leave you with a challenge this for the week. I want you to see when you can use your gifts, and I want to find out how you get on next week. So I want you to tell me in the chat next week. So, have a wonderful week, and I am going to get on with playing my game.